This show is sponsored by MidasResources.com, your trusted source for precious metals since 1996. Call Midas today at 1-800-686-2237.
What is up, friends? Good morning and greetings and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable. And you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 28 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system, the human body is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is always designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. It's a healing system, folks. And while it may seem like a miracle, it really is no miracle at all. It is simply the way the body works. If you're dealing with any kind of health challenge, if you want to get off your prescription drugs and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. We welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side. 855-660-4261 is our number. If you have a loved one who's on medications and you want to help them get off of their drugs, or a loved one, or yourself, or a friend, or a family member who's not feeling as well as they might, we can help you. 855-660-4261 is our number. If you want to join the Bright Side Ben team, love to have you aboard. You can head over to brightsideben.com and click on the Join the Team link, or you can call the Bright Side Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. If you want to make some money selling longevity products, or if you want to be a business builder and help spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program and make it easy for folks to get on a good nutritional supplement program and make some money, make a lot of money if you like. At the same time, we can help you do that. Click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com or call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. Want to welcome everybody to join in on our weekly phone calls. Myself and Dixie Sedgwick, we do a weekly phone call on various health subjects. Yesterday, we covered a very interesting nutritional element, nutritional supplement, I guess you could say, which we'll be talking about here a little bit later today, something called beta-glucan. Spent about 20 minutes talking about this stupendously powerful and non-toxic and gentle nutritional supplement type element. Longevity now has a Longevity bought a company. I'll tell you about that here in a couple minutes. Anyway, if you want to join our weekly phone calls, the dial-in number is 605-562-3140, 605-562-3140, participant access code 444973#. Okay, well, welcome to the Bright Side. Happy Monday. There's so much to talk about. Health has been in the news a lot, specifically in the frame of a virus called Ebola. It's all over the front pages, CNN.com, Fox.com, FoxNews.com. It's the lead story pretty much on any news source that you happen to like. MSNBC, whatever, you're going to see Ebola this and Ebola that. We've been talking about prostaglandins for a few weeks now. In our last program, we talked about zinc. And both zinc and prostaglandins have a link to how the body responds to immune system assaults, including viruses and including Ebola. Last week, we talked a little bit about Ebola. And as we predicted, we're starting to hear more and more silliness and more fear-mongering. And I sometimes wonder if there's not going to be some drugs coming out, some antiviral drugs, $1,000 a dose antiviral drugs. Have you seen how expensive these new antiviral drugs are? $1,000 a pill. I'm not kidding you. Sovaldi, $1,100 a pill. Now, you guys have any idea how much drugs cost to manufacture and to make? not even pennies a dose, fractions of pennies a dose. Now, what is the profit margin from a fraction of a penny to $1,125? There is no consumer product on the planet that has that kind of profit, intense profit margin, fractions of a cent to $1,125. How do these pharmaceutical companies live with themselves? How do these CEOs and these upper management people who are profiting on people's diseases and people's sicknesses to this unconscionable degree, how do they live with themselves? How do these people look at themselves in the mirror? First case of an American contracting Ebola in the United States was confirmed yesterday, I think, or maybe Saturday. A healthcare worker in Texas who had extensive contact with a guy named Eric Duncan, who was the Liberian man who died from the virus last Wednesday. This healthcare worker apparently contracted Ebola by contacting this gentleman. Now you got all these experimental drugs and experimental vaccines. Drug companies hoping to cash in. We don't need big government. We don't need big pharma. We don't need drug companies. We don't need intervention. We don't need Obamacare. We don't need any kind of medical intervention to protect us from viruses or Ebola. For the record, as dramatic as the symptoms of Ebola are, it is a very weak virus. And you have to have direct contact with bodily secretions. So no fear-mongering, all right? Don't buy into that. It's a weak virus. It requires direct contact via bodily secretions, and its incidence, the incidence of Ebola, is not a cause to freak out. It is a cause, however, in my opinion, to understand how to boost our immune system, how to protect and strengthen and leverage this miraculous defense system we call the immune system, this defense department that we all have, that all human beings and all complex organisms have been bequeathed with from divinity, from our divine maker, from a divine source. I'm talking about the immune system, which has been shaped over the course of millions and millions and millions of years to be antiviral and antibacterial and antipathogen. Viruses like Ebola or the flu virus or herpes or shingles or chickenpox or measles or hepatitis C are really no match for this amazing defense system, the immune system. But if our immunity is suppressed, if our immunity is compromised by lifestyle issues, nutritional deficiencies, psychological burdens, mental burdens, emotional burdens, these are all loads on the immune system. And by the way, sugar is one of the most powerful immune suppressant loads. How much sugar are we eating? There wasn't a lot of sugar when the immune system was being developed thousands of years ago. There was hardly any sugar. This enormous intake of sugar represents one of the most major, egregious, unnecessary burdens on the immune system, right up there with drugs and right up there with toxicity. And it just makes sense that our immune system isn't going to be able to do its work if it's being burdened and it's being loaded. The immune system simply needs nutrients. We don't need drugs. We need nutrition. We don't need drugs. We need lifestyle choices. Don't let anybody convince you that you need drugs, people. Aside from the antibiotic, occasional antibiotic, and occasional pain pill, which I'm a big believer in. All medicine cabinets need to have some pain pills in them. And antibiotics certainly have saved many, many lives. But the idea that we need to be on prescription drugs or we need to interface with this pharmaco-medical model that could care less about humanity it's a lie, and it's not fair. It's just not right. The immune system needs nutrition. It needs the mighty 90. It needs zinc. We've been talking a lot about zinc. We'll be talking about zinc here in a little bit. Selenium is important for the immune system, and nothing in the world of nutrition is more important than vitamin C. And by the way, while we're on the subject of misinformation and bad information, for some reason, I don't know what's going on here the last couple of months, there seems to be a lot of craziness, nonsense being spewed out about vitamin C. I get probably one email a day or every couple of days from somebody who wants me to explain this idea. Is vitamin C really bad for me? Is ascorbic acid really vitamin C? Is there toxicity associated with vitamin C? For the record, vitamin C has zero toxicity. And also for the record, vitamin C is ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is vitamin C. For some reason, there's folks who believe that because vitamin C, like all vitamins and like all minerals and like all nutrients, because vitamin C doesn't exist in nature as an individual isolated component. Nothing in nature is isolated. Nothing in nature is individual. Everything in nature is connected to everything else in nature. All of nature is a unified whole. So yes, it's true. Ascorbic acid does not exist in nature by itself. But that doesn't mean that ascorbic acid and ascorbic acid supplementation is not somehow helpful. And it doesn't mean that ascorbic acid is not vitamin C. In nature, ascorbic acid does not exist by itself. This is true. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to get vitamin benefits from using ascorbic acid. Hang tight. I'll tell you what I mean when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 855-660-4261 is our number on the bright side. We'll be back after this.
A little over a year ago, I began to do a lot of research into why, even if I had a pretty good-sized meal, that I was still starving. And my research led me to a well-known fact that most of the soils that we grow our crops on here in the United States and across the industrialized world are almost completely depleted of almost all of the key minerals and trace elements that our bodies need to rebuild themselves, fight off cancer, and be healthy. I then searched out the best vitamin and mineral company out there and discovered Youngevity. The Youngevity products are designed to give you the real nutrition you need, and once you've got that, you don't have to eat as much to be satisfied. I've lost 37 pounds in 2 months, simply getting the vitamins and minerals I need. Check it out for yourself. It's incredible. Go to InfoWarsTeam.com today and order your first canister of Beyond Tangy Tangerine Complete Multivitamin Mineral Complex Dietary Supplement. That's InfoWarsTeam.com.
Mike Stenerson for Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, you can now purchase a one-of-a-kind product not available anywhere else. A meatless burger dry mix in 4 delicious flavors. With our new Oregon Trail Foods vegan burgers, all you do is add water and fry. They need no refrigeration. They're packaged in Mylar bags with an oxygen absorber for a long shelf life. They're non-GMO. They're gluten, soy, nut, and chemical-free, but they're loaded with flavor. And a good source of carbs and protein, yet low in sodium. Flavors include Italian, spicy Mexican, 6 vegetable, and black bean olive. Go to 30dayfoodsupply.com or call 541-229-0010 and order today. Eat them every day, take them camping, or save them for an emergency. Check them out at 30dayfoodsupply.com and click on the vegan burger icon. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com, where all of our products are produced in Oregon by Oregon Trail Foods. 30dayfoodsupply.com.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben for you guys in the Denver area. I'll be doing a talk at 7 p.m. for We Are Change Colorado. We Are Change, it'll be at the We Are Change Colorado Community Center, 8646 West Colfax Avenue in Lakewood, Colorado. If you want to MapQuest it, or if you have GPS, the zip code is 80215. That's 8646 West Colfax Avenue in Lakewood. We are Change Colorado. We'll be talking about a lot of stuff, health, nutrition. We'll talk about how I hate the word conspiracy, but